What's going on, guys? Back with another video. So I got something here from Chase Zaba. He's a good young man. Go give him a follow over on X at Chase Zaba. So he says 50,000 more Canadians are unemployed than when Mark Carney took office and 0 major energy projects have been approved. All talk, no action. This is a video from Mark Carney, and he says we have an opportunity to unleash Canada's enormous economic potential. It's time to build together. All right, Mark, let's see what you got to say.
C5 has the potential, as I say, to unleash enormous possibilities, to build big things, ports, trade corridors, energy infrastructure, to help develop our natural resources, our critical minerals, help develop our people in ways that connect and transform our economy. Part of, at the core of this act is changing how the federal government operates. One aspect of that is moving from a position when we see a new project from asking the question why to asking the question how. How can we build? And core to that concept of how we build is building in true partnership with Indigenous peoples. And that's why we're here to listen, to hear your perspectives, to make the most of this opportunity. C5.
Okay. I got a question for you, Mark. When? When are these projects going to be built? When are they going to be started? What projects are you going to have? What's taking so long? This has been months now, and you haven't even announced any major projects. When are you going to do this? In the fall? In the winter? Next spring? Can we at least get a timeline? Well, apparently that's too much to ask. Chase was right. All talk, no action. And how much longer are we supposed to wait? A month? A year? And hopefully Pierre Poilievre on September 15th starts to really get after him on this, and I think that's going to be one of the first things he goes after Carney on. When are we going to start doing this? You keep saying we're going to unleash Canada's economy and that we're going to make Canada the most powerful economy and we're going to do it without spending any money, which is so ridiculous, and then comes out later and says, hey, we're going to spend $92 billion, by the way. It's absolutely absurd. And I'm asking a fair question, right? I'm not saying they have to be done already. I know he just got in there a few months ago. But how much longer is this going to take before we even hear about something? When is there going to be an announcement? When's there going to be an idea that you make public? Or are we just supposed to sit on our hands for 4 years and then re-elect you? Is that what he expects? Is that what the liberal sheep are going to do anyway? I mean, it's been 5 months. He's been prime minister since March, April, May, June, July. He's on his 6th month. The only thing he's done is given us a tax break for about $30 as everything else continues to rise in price. He also said he's going to be judged on what happens at the grocery stores. Okay, well, what's happening? What's been positive? No budget, bad cabinet picks, no deal with Trump, and you've had 2 deadlines. They both passed. Am I being too harsh, or am I just asking a very fair question? I think the question I'm asking is pretty fair. And I think that the fact that we're not getting any answers is unfair. If your employer, which is what we are to Mark Carney, asks you a question like, hey, when are things going to get done? And you never have an answer, I think that's grounds to get fired, right? You should at least have some news or some updates for your boss, or your bosses in this case. And I'm not hearing any. It just seems like, while things are going bad, he wants to prolong this because, as he said, he's no good in times of peace. He only works well in times of crisis. And we've got a housing crisis, an immigration crisis, a trade crisis, all kinds of crises. So that makes him happy. We're looking at a potential recession, maybe even worse than what we saw in 2008. Again, another crisis. That makes him happy. It's what he wants. That's when he thrives, apparently. Ask the people of the UK what they think about him when his policies almost bankrupted them. And now he's coming here to do the same thing. One man's trash is another man's treasure, I guess. That's how Canadians see this guy. Or maybe they just didn't know he was trash in the first place. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what liberals are thinking and how much patience they're going to have. I mean, they gave Justin Trudeau 10 years after all before they finally turned on him. Now, that being said, it's not like Carney's in the same situation. Justin Trudeau inherited a pretty good country. Mark Carney inherited a mess. So I don't think he's going to have the 10 years. And thank God for Canada, because we don't have another 10 years of this liberal crap. But I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Share this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We need this movement to grow as fast as possible so we don't have to go through this crap again after the next election. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video.